Hi, Sabina. Thank you so much for joining me for today's conversation.
Yes, hi Gulara. I'm always happy to be there.
Sabina is one of my apprentices. She's incredibly talented healer. She's done all sorts of healing trainings, like she's a Reiki practitioner, but also she trained with me in person. She does integrated constellations in person, something that's incredibly powerful. But also, she trained with me in my intergenerational trauma healing method, level one and level two. And I'm delighted just to chat with her about how far she's come. So, just before we started, we were just reminiscing that Sabina and I first met back in 2022. She was doing a different certification in Compassion Key, and so our journey began. Do you want to say anything about that first where you were when we met, Sabina?
Oh my God. Oh, I think I was at a really bad place actually then when I because um yeah, I had that feeling that I had to do something for me, because I was feeling so low. I was that my relationship was bad and it was just everything around me was just so I felt so stifled and so um almost like buried alive, something like that. That's how I felt, I think. And yeah, and I remember our first session when I had that image um, of me being a horse stranded in a desert.
Mm.
I remember that's how I felt, like really. Oh, and horses don't survive deserts very long, so it was I was like I felt so low. um, yeah, and I was completely blown away by the first session. I remember that. And it helped me. Oh my God, I've come so far. Just to think about how I was like, oh yeah,
I remember even after we started working, one of the things that really was important for you, this sense of belonging and community. And I remember we were talking about this aspect, and you were saying, where I live, it's just a complete desert. Like, there aren't any like-minded people. I can't do this type of work in my community. I need to move somewhere else. I need to
yes,
go away and find my tribe. So where
yes.
are you now, Sabine, in terms of that?
Oh my God, yes. I remember now that you say it. Well, um, I changed my friendship group completely. I mean, that's like the well, I wouldn't even call them friends that were there before. It was like all felt hollow and they didn't feel very much supportive. And so there was a time at that time I was really lonely because I couldn't see those people anymore. I didn't want them anymore. And but somehow I met others, you know. They just trickled into my life. Um, there was one especially that I met. Um, I had met her like one time before, and we talked for a bit. But after you've the first retreat where I learned to do integrated constellations, the first one, when I came back, all glowing with all the retreats, with all the knowledge and everything. I've met a friend, and I know we just met, walking our dogs, and we ended up sitting on the concrete and on the hot tar, on the roads out there, and talked for I think like maybe 2 hours or something,
Wow.
just like that. And from that, um, yeah, we I did constellations, and she knew people, and so she brought in people, and then well, we ended up doing leading a women's circle together.
Mhm.
That we've done that now for the second year running. It's we're doing all those the year of the wheel, wheel of the year. Sorry, that
Yes.
twisted the tongue, but it's all those old festivities, and we're doing them with now we're I think we were 13 women
Wow.
now in that last. So it's like it's really growing,
Mhm.
and yeah, I have a community now here. It's amazing. And there are lots of beautiful, like really lovely women. It's amazing.
I love how your life shape shifted without you
Yes,
moving anywhere. It's
yes,
like it looks and feels completely different.
yes, it does. It does.
And I know in terms of client work, there was historically quite a lot of resistance to, I don't have anybody here who would be interested in this kind of work. How you've been doing recently?
Oh, I've had quite a few clients
Mm,
actually in preparing for this apprenticeship, or for my role, when I had to concentrate on one session especially, and doing the ancestrals. And I just asked all my friends, if they wanted to give me some practice time, and I ended up giving sessions not only to all my friends, like really a lot of my friends, more than I would have thought. Um, and I kept talking to people about it, and like acquaintances came, and like and people out of the blue, which I didn't know, and so I found myself doing sessions, and yeah, it's amazing. It's honestly,
What
I'm
I
pretty.
love is just how effortless it all unfolded for you. Like friends started coming in all by themselves, clients are turning up, people are referring you, and there is such a sense of effortlessness and like natural magnetism that you are emanating because they are drawn to you, right?
Yeah, actually, it was completely effortless because I remember at first when I did the compassion key, I did a flyer and everything, but nobody came for
Mhm.
this. There were some people picking up the flyer, but nah, boo. Um, there was some bit interested, but never really. But something about me has changed. And that's with your work, but absolutely, especially your last thing where we did the magnetism.
Mhm.
That that created like I mean there were like two clients hopping in just after like
Yep.
out of the blue, and I find myself different when I talk about the things.
Mhm.
I still have difficulties in explaining what I do exactly, because it's just so elusive. It's ever changing. You have a like a sort of a plan ahead, but you never know where it leads you, and you just have to feel it and do it from moment to moment, and listen to your intuition and picking up on stuff. Um but I don't fear talking about it anymore.
And also you embody it.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
even have to say it, it's in your energy field, and
Yes.
people somehow pick up on that transmission.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I embody a lot of that. I mean, even one thing that I really learned is to talk nicely with myself, you know? That's something, um, yeah, and that makes such a huge difference.
Absolutely.
It's just, yeah. And that started with compassion key, but it's just grown more and more, and yeah, and all the work I did. I mean, I did so much, and I changed so much, even in appearance. When I remember when I was at your place first, I was like always in I was jeans and t-shirt type. I wasn't. Yeah. I still like colors because I always like colors. I'm an artist, but
Yeah.
but I've changed so much. I remember working on my relationship to being, with my female side, because I always thought that as a woman I had somehow the short straw, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
And there was one session, one constellation at your place where I really felt the difference between, because I represented a man back then,
Mhm.
and that was such a game changer because I felt so grateful for being a woman with
Yes.
all the skills that I have as a woman, with all the, everything, and it's like, yeah. And I looked. differently. I wear dresses almost all the time because they're so much more comfortable. And yeah, and I'm
Beautiful.
so much softer than I was. Yeah.
Yeah. I really feel it. Like, and the softness and the light you're emanating all the time is so inspiring to witness.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what was you? Yeah, go on.
Yeah. No. It's okay. No, I remember other stuff that just came with it. Like being free. We danced at your place, and I was very shy about dancing first. I always liked dancing, but when there are other people watching, it's like and I was really shy about that. And now I even started belly dancing, and it's like
Oh,
it's just yes, it's so much fun.
beautiful.
And there's
Oh,
yeah, I'm so much more alive.
yes, yes, I can sense that. And the contrast between that horse in the desert
Oh,
and the aliveness you are radiating
yes,
is beautiful.
yeah, it is.
Like I could just sit here in silence with you, and there would be so much happening without us saying a word because the transmission and the energy is really palpable. And
Oh,
that's what people pick up on. That's what people feel drawn to.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
go on. I'm just so
Um,
grateful. I'm so
Thank you.
happy I picked you back then, when I had my
Yeah.
when I had to pick on a master practitioner, I just picked you. I just knew.
Yes. Yes. Um, what was your experience of level one practitioner training?
Ah, at first I was reluctant to join because I thought I've done so much and I know basically the things, and but then I thought, yeah, well, I tried it out, whenever um whenever I have to do a decision and I don't know, then I just write it on pieces of paper and step on it and see how my body feels. That's something I learned from you. It's like the body always knows. And I got such a clear message to do it because I felt so like expansive and so good on doing it. And it, yeah, it was absolutely the right decision because we went so much deeper in I had a basic knowledge of the things, but I wasn't so yeah, I trained there, and I don't know, it feels like I just soaked it all up. And I love that work. It's like I feel like a fish in water, it's like yes, I love that. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then came level two. What was that? What was it like?
That was different because it confronted me with my fears a lot more because stepping out, and doing all that, thinking about what clients I like, it was something, yeah, that was a way harder for me to do,
Yes,
but I think very important
absolutely.
because it just showed me some blind spots, some things I just didn't want to look at because I could have
Mhm.
always, stayed back in my little, corner and do stuff for just myself and yeah, maybe a few selected friends. But
Yeah,
that pushed me out a bit. That gave me a bit of a, you know,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Gosh.
And here we are
And
at
here
the
we
other
are.
side. But
Yeah, you're pushing me out even more now.
well, I think you are ready to fly, so I
Yeah.
don't have to do much pushing.
Yeah. But
How's
just a tiny
your
bit.
experience of the apprenticeship so far?
Oh, I love it. I love it. Um, and it's I love the God, like the monthly one-on-ones. It's like that's always a big push, but I love that I have to put myself out there,
Yeah,
and it brought me so much joy, to do that. And I think I don't know, I just love doing those sessions, and I'm so happy to do them, and then to see, to help along with level one, and seeing the developments they are having, and getting to know the people there is oh, I love to watch them, practicing and getting started, and I love my fellow apprentices, and to meet up and have that experience, and it's it's a next level. Just yeah, I'm so glad I did it.
Thank you for saying yes. It was a big decision, and
Yes, it was. It
it's
was.
just the start.
But it just felt right. It just felt the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining me for this conversation, Sabina. I'm just so delighted to witness all your growth and transformation. And I know there is so much more you can offer to this world than to be alone, you on this journey, to support you in spreading your wings and reaching more people is
Yeah.
such a joy and inspiration. And I hope that whoever watches this can get inspired and motivated to keep doing the work, because in short 4 years, like if you think about your life in on a big scale, 4 years is not such a long time. And to come this far from being like a horse in a desert where you felt suffocated and alone and joyless, to a place where you're full of life, excitement, and enthusiasm. It's an incredible transformation. So thank you for letting us witness it. And I hope that inspires other people to keep going. You've got this.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.